I believe in me.
I believe in me.
I believe in you.
I believe in you.
Stand strong. You are powerful.
Stand strong. You are inspiring.
We are fighters. We are ambitious.
We are extraordinary. We are conquerors. Simply straight talk, our voices will be heard.
This is Simply Straight Talk. Tune in now, you don't want to miss out. Real conversation, plenty motivation. Keep you thinking and still entertaining. Yeah, I know that you'll enjoy the mottos. Free your voice, it's your choice. Hosted by Reggie B, but you already know. And you gotta check them out and how we roll. Hey, ain't nothing off the table, give it to you straight. Changing your mindset, talking past mistakes. You ain't gotta wait, time to take off. This is Simply Straight Talk.
I'm Melissa, and this is the Simply Straight Talk podcast, a podcast for the people. Reggie, Angelique, and I enjoy discussing real-life topics that we as real people who are constantly out here on a grind and hustle deal with every day. Stick around for the real talk and tips that will help you rise above the rest. Let's start this show.
What it do, listeners? What it do? It's me, the lovely Angelique. That's right, I called myself lovely. Why the hell not? And I'm here with your main man of the hour, Mr. Reggie Maddox. Say what it do, Reggie.
What it do? What it do?
What it do, people? What it do? That's right. We are back in effect with an extra special bonus episode because apparently this might be going up today. Is that correct, Amondo?
That is correct.
On a goddamn Saturday, people. You getting lucky. You getting treated.
Yeah, because I didn't do one yesterday.
Oh, that's why. You left that out. He left that shit out when he mentioned it. That would be why. Okay. So we've got something a little bit different. It's something we've done before. One that actually I requested Reggie because I was re-listening to it. But do you guys remember it was last year, wasn't it? Last year summer we did it. Last year we answered some listener questions. And it was hilarious, darling. It was hilarious.
Yes.
It was, because some of your questions be straight cray-cray. But super interesting as well, though. Super interesting. So I was like, damn it, we need to do it again. So he did. He asked you guys to send us some of your questions, and you good, kind people that you are have done so. So that's what we're going to do, guys. But again, disclaimer, just like before. It's just opinions we're giving right now. It's just our thoughts, our perspective. It's not fact. We're not trained psychologists, therapists, counselors, or life coaches. You do not have to take our word as fact. Please bear that in mind when listening. Okay.
There you go.
Disclaimer, if you didn't hear what I said the first time, hit rewind on this bitch and listen again so you're clear and don't get all angry at us if we say some shit that you happen to disagree with, which probably will happen because why? We're humans.
See? Now you know.
Yes, and if you don't know, now you know. So, without further ado, as we say in old Angleterre, good sir, Reggie, hit us with the first question. Who is it from? What do they say?
Okay, first question from Worthy Woman.
Hey!
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Scroll to the top. All right.
Shit together, Reggie.
Sorry, Worthy Woman. You're coming up, though. You coming up. Bossing life is the first question.
Oh, okay. Bossing life. Okay.
Bossing
cool,
life.
guys.
Okay. This may be long, but I want to get you. Hold on. This may be long, but I want you to get the 100 of my question. I met this girl 7 months ago, and I have been trying to go out with her. The first time I asked her for her number, she said no and told me I look good, and she likes guys that work out. So I said thank you. And I didn't push the issue. I saw her again a few weeks later, and I playfully said, hey, you know we can still go out, and she said, you're so sweet. I only saw her in passing over the next couple of months, and I asked her for her phone number about 3 more times. And each time she said no, but I feel like she was flirting. So I don't know if she wants me to pursue more, or she's really not interested. Each time I saw her, she always ended the conversation with a compliment about my clothes, hair, or looks. What are your thoughts?
That does kind of sound like someone playing hard to get, but it's hard to know for 100 because we're not in her head.
Yeah.
And by all accounts, from what he said, he's asked her about 4 or 5 times. And each time she said no. And I'm guessing these are grown adults, maybe above the age of 28, right? I'm assuming because he didn't give his age.
Yeah, he didn't give his age.
But we didn't know. That's a tough one, isn't it, Reggie? Because it's you don't want to come across as like stalkerish and do you know what I mean?
That's true.
Not taking no for a no. But at the same time, some women, I'm not particularly one of them, but there are some women who like to play coy and play the long game and want to be pursued and maybe want more of a bigger show of like effort, you know what I mean? You turn up with some flowers or some shit, but again, you don't know her, so you don't know when you're going to see her. So I don't, honestly, my friend, I apologize, but I don't have much to give because I'm sitting there thinking like, maybe you should stop because I don't know. I mean, you're a good man to keep asking and getting no rejected in your face. So, what do you think?
Yeah,
Reggie?
I agree. It's kind of tough because the thing about it is, I get it. Some women like the chase. They want to be chased. I get that. But women, now I'm not saying all women, but some women, you got to realize that a guy is only going to chase so much. And, you know, if you're interested in him, at a certain point, you have to stop. Not saying that this lady is doing this, but if she is just wanting to chase, he's going to get frustrated and he's going to end up thinking that, okay, she liked me, so she was just playing games. And it's going to turn him off. So if you like a guy, just kind of let him know up front. Because guys like to chase, but at a certain point, it's like the chasing is done. But I can also see on the other hand, for women, that when women get hit on a lot, especially like when they're really attractive, some guys can't take no. So maybe you think that that's a woman's way of saying, I'm politely letting you know I'm not interested, but trying to give you a little compliment to kind of ease the blow of rejecting you?
Yeah, I mean, the problem is this is all hearsay from his perspective. And that's fair enough. You can only really talk from your own perspective. But the reason I say that is because we're not there witnessing it firsthand, her body language. Because someone describing it is not the same as seeing someone's actual body language and saying something. Because I've been with plenty of women who are not very confident at saying no firmly. And they say no in a way that it sounds like a yes. Like I've been with my girlfriends and then a guy's come along and chatted her up. And she's gone, oh, no, yeah, no. And she's smiling and laughing and it looks all coy and cute. And it's only because I know my friend, like the back of my hand, that I realised, no, this is her being uncomfortable. And I've had to step in and go, thanks, have a good day now, and literally dragged her off. And then I always cuss my friend afterwards. I'm like, what the hell was that? I was like, did you like him? She was like, no. And I was like, that's not what it looked like. You have to say it confidently. You're giving off weird mixed signals. Yeah. So it's hard really to give any advice in this circumstance because we're not seeing her body language. Maybe she is playing hard to get and this is part of her game and she likes to chase. Or just as equally, she could just be very crap at being able to give you a firm no. The only thing I would say is you might need to point blank just ask her, hey, look, I don't want to keep bugging you if you're really not interested, but are you interested in seeing me? Like, ask her point blank. No jokes, no flirty banter. Just ask her point blank. I'm really interested in getting to know you. Is that something you would like to do to get to know me? And force her to give you a straight answer where there's no coyness, no compliments, any of that bullshit. And then you should be able to get an answer then.
I think that's the best advice.
Yeah, you might, especially after this many times. If you are still genuinely interested and you're still not sure, my brother, you're going to have to just point blank say, listen, jokes and flirty banter aside, I'm really feeling you. I'd like to get to know you. Do you want that? And if yes, can we swap numbers? And if she, then see what she says based on that. And whatever she says, just take it as fact, innit, really?
There you go.
That's all I can say because, you know, unfortunately, some women aren't very good at confidently just saying a point blank no. And letting the man know clearly, politely, but very clearly, firmly, it's a no. Some women do kind of giggle and laugh and act all weird when they really mean no. I've seen it. It's like, are you okay? Anyway, that's what we've got to say. I hope that helps a little bit, hopefully.
Yeah, so good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
Bossing life.
Boss in life, yes.
Okay. Oh. Next one.
Oh.
Sick of shit.
Really? Genuinely, that's their username?
That's their username.
Sick of shit.
I kind of like that, actually.
I don't know. There's power in the mouth and tongue, man. Labeling yourself as sick of shit just means you're going to get more of it, but okay. Hit me with a question.
In December of 2021, I started an OnlyFans page. I did not post videos, but I did post pictures of my ass and a thong, show my breasts, or other poses that are sexual in content. I'm not going to say that word, but no vagina shots.
Okay.
One thing I don't do is any type of sexual acts. I am 20 years old, and the money that I have made has helped me to pay my bills, and I even helped my mom out with her bills. I paid her car note, the rent, and every bit of her damn groceries in the house. I purchased with my money. My parents are divorced, and my father is aware of my page, and he does not approve of it, but he still treats me like I'm his daughter. Wow. Okay. My bitch mother put me out of the house and had all of my shit in the front yard. When I got home, people were picking through my stuff. Instead of talking to me about it, she completely overreacted. In the end, I told her she would never be a part of my life, and she responded back with, "Go rot, I did not raise my daughter to be a prostituting bitch," and told me to never come back. Is it wrong that I hate her? It is a lot wrong with this.
There's many levels.
Yeah.
So let's work from the front to the back. So
Okay.
the mum's reaction, very extreme. I understand her anger. I understand that she's disappointed and she feels how she feels. That's a very extreme reaction for someone that is your child and you brought into this world and birthed and raised. The thing is, in hindsight, we're all geniuses, Reggie. And in hindsight, we always go, maybe I shouldn't have handled it like that. But she was clearly in the throes of her anger and more than likely embarrassment. Because if your dad knows about it, then she's friends and someone else. And also how she found out about it, I don't know if she discovered your page herself or someone else told her. Either way, she's obviously very probably more than likely caught up in the shame that maybe other people know what my daughter does, and she's decided to distance herself from you in a very, very extreme way. So I'm not out here making excuses for your mother's behavior. I'm just explaining it. It is what it is. We are human beings, and sometimes we react from places of shame and pain and guilt and anger, and this is the end result of that. Yes, your mum definitely could have handled it better. Next step, is it wrong that you hate her? I'm not here to tell you you're allowed to feel how you want to feel. If you are upset by the very extreme behavior that your mum has displayed in response to what you do, I'm not surprised. And I can't tell you that you shouldn't hate your mum or you shouldn't, because I don't know the in-depth details of your mum and your relationship with her. You feel how you feel. It's better that you're honest about how you feel than pretending that it's okay, it's all okay. I would urge you to maybe give each other some space and some time, because time and space is a great provider of some perspective and to heal. And then maybe if time passes, you want to reach out and have a conversation with her, do so if you feel in alignment to do so. But you also have the right, if you don't want to, because you're both adults, you don't have to make up with her. There's no rule or law that says you have to always get on with everybody and everything's going to be hunky-dory perfect just because there's a title of mother and brother. It would be nice, of course. And if you can and you find it in your place that you want to reconnect with your mother, then do so. But I would say for now, give yourself some time and space. Thirdly, the OnlyFans page. You are an adult of 20. You're young, but you're still a young adult. If you were going to go online and post pictures of yourself in that fashion, now you might have said you don't post sexual videos and you don't post any vagina shots, but you are posting your body online for sale. My darling, that is your prerogative. That is how you wish to make your money. But try know there is cause and effect for everything we do. That is the price you are willing to pay for making your money that way. You cannot have your cake and eat it. And what I mean by that is you may be fine with earning your hustle that way. And hey, my darling, fair enough. You're the one that has to live in your body, in your world. But try know that does not mean everyone else around you is going to be okay with that. People have opinions about bloody everything, from the cost of petrol to the weather, let alone you posting pictures of yourself online. I think it's great that your dad, though disappointed, still treats you like his daughter, but that's not how everyone's going to behave. And you have to know, if you are going to make your money in the adult entertainment industry, it's going to come with its price. And this is one of the prices, that certain relationships are going to be damaged and disconnected. I would love to say that people are going to sit here and applaud you for everything that you do, but they won't, especially not something like that. So whilst on one hand I respect your hustle, would I do that? No, but I'm not you. I don't know, you know what I mean? I'm not here to tell you about how you can and can't make money, but try know your actions and your choices have repercussions, and this unfortunately is one of them. And you're going to have to deal with that, I guess, is what I would say.
Yeah, I agree. I think Angelique covered it very well. I think being 20, you really need to just kind of think about, you know, how this can impact you in the future when you try to maybe apply for certain jobs, especially like if you're from the United States, you know, if you apply for a federal job, they now look at your social media. So anything that you posted, they're going to dig up. So just kind of think about that and, you know, try to at least have a relationship with your mom. I don't think you want to just break ties like that. I know she's probably upset. You're upset. And sometimes I'm really curious to know, Angelique, what is her culture? Like, is she Asian?
Yeah,
is
okay.
she, because some cultures, like, that's just the epitome of, like, death.
Yeah.
So I'll be curious to know about what culture she comes from, because I'm pretty sure that may play a part in it. I think it's good that you use the money to help your mom out. But yeah, that's tough. I mean, my thing would be just try to at least maintain some type of relationship with your mother. Give it some time. Because I don't think that's a relationship that you just want to throw away. I don't think either one of you want to throw it away. I think she's just hurt right now. Like Angelique said, she's just hurt. She's disappointed, embarrassed, and definitely was an overreaction on her part. But understand that a parent would be upset about something like that. So just try to be a little patient.
Different generation.
Yeah, you know, just try to find another option. Like I said, everybody live their life the way they want to live their life. But like Angelique said it perfectly, just, I'm not going to keep going, but just think about the consequences of what comes from this page. What else can result in you losing from it? But try to mend that relationship with your mom as much as possible. Give it some time, and hopefully it works out for you guys, and you guys don't just keep going on like just hating each other. Because eventually you're going to regret it. Both of you. You will regret it.
Yeah. Especially, I mean, like I said, I don't know the nature of your relationship with your mum before this point, and hopefully it was a good one. But, like there's many different ways to make money. That's why I said I'm not here to tell anybody how they can or can't make money. And the porn industry is a massive industry, and it serves its purpose, you know. And would I particularly make my money that way? No, but I'm not here to judge. You know, there's plenty of other jobs outside of that I wouldn't do. But you just got to understand cause and effect, and choice and repercussion. Like you said, whether, because you're young right now, maybe this is something you're doing for right now, and later on you want to do something else. But try know that sits on your record. Now, anything you do that's online is permanent. It's not something you can just go, oh, that was a thing of my youth. Whew, I'm over that now. I'm not doing that anymore. Nah, it's there. It's forever. So maybe later on you'll decide you want to start your own business and you want to start working with people, and you know they'll research you and see this is what you used to do or are still doing, and it has a knock-on effect. So just know, be prepared to be responsible for your choices and the fallout or the consequences of them, because sometimes they're positive consequences and sometimes they're not. But that's what it means to be an adult. And you just have to know that you have to bear that brunt and decide, is that something that you can bear long term? Because I understand you're out here trying to hustle and you're trying to pay for things, and like you said, I respect what you use the money for, but cause and effect. Yeah,
Exactly.
But thanks for sending the question. We send you much love to you and your mum, and I hopefully you figure things out, man.
Yeah, definitely. Next question.
Ooh, that was an extreme question.
That was rough.
Lad.
But it just goes to show that people got stuff going on that other people have no clue about.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what someone's going through in their personal life. All right. This next question is from Meryl. I want to know what...
Got a regular name here.
A regular name. I want to know what Angelique and Melissa think about the women's trip videos that are coming out now that expose women for doing things that men are accused of doing when men go on trips. Reggie, you can chime in for the male. Well, thank you for giving me damn permission.
I suppose you could talk, Reggie, on your own podcast show.
I guess. Thank you, Meryl. Yeah, but that is a big thing right now. Have you heard about that? Like,
Is that thing you told me the other week about my girl getting caught on camera, like the guy she slept with FaceTiming her husband or some stuff like that?
Yeah, like and some celebrity came out and said that when women go on women's trips, the real reason they go on those trips is, I think it was Nene Leakes, allegedly, okay. Nene Leakes.
Okay, yeah.
That made the comment that what women do on those trips is for women, and there have been other videos to where that just surfaced where women have been seen. Like one woman brought 2 guys back to the room. Just different stuff has now been... I don't know why people want to share this when it's supposed to be like a private trip. Why you come back and show
what happens
videos?
in Vegas stays in Vegas, right?
Yeah. So I don't understand it. But it is coming out that they're saying that a lot of women, when they do go on these women's trips, it's more about sort of having fun and just really getting wild.
Letting loose.
Yeah.
What do I think about that? I'll be honest, hate my business. Like I just said to the previous question, cause and effect, action and consequence. Yeah. I have learned personally my hard way that every choice that I make has a knock-on effect, not just for me, but those around me. So if there's grown women, and I'm assuming we're talking about grown women, who want to go off on these girl trips and have their little what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas type of trips that we have known men also do, boy, go along, you're a grown woman. But again, like I said, try know every action generally has a ripple effect. And sometimes those ripples aren't nice, brethren. And they're disastrous. Like I said, men are grown, women are grown. Y'all can do what the hell you want. But try know you cannot be crying and be confused if shit goes haywire and blows back in your face afterwards. You were choosing to drink up and sleep around and do what you wanted to do. It was all fun and games in the moment, but if it then gets exposed, you can't be out here vexed about it. Like, but apart from that, I don't really have an opinion on it, to be honest with you, because this is what people do, and I don't try to, personally myself, I do not try to get involved in shit that doesn't directly involve me, because I'm not them, I'm not in their shoe, and I'm not out here to tell anybody what they can and can't do. I'm just here to remind people, like I do for myself, there is cause and effect and repercussion for every choice you make. And try have some fun, knock yourself up, but try is that the fun that you're prepared to have and pay for the consequences afterwards if it blows back in your face? Because you hear about these scenarios, like, for instance, the one you told me about, the guy calling the husband while she slept with him on a little girl's trip, or you come back with a sexually transmitted disease that you're now going to have to tell your partner about. But, darling, you are all grown people. You know what 2 + 2 = 4, huh? Charlie, don't be confused about the maths after the fact. Be like, oh, Charlie, the maths are not mathing. The equations are adding up. My girl, you slept around, you did what you did, you wanted to have some fun in Vegas. Now this shit got blown back on your face. What I need to say, people, is y'all need to stop watching these Hollywood movies like Hangover and Girls Trip and thinking that this is reality in life. Yeah, that's a fucking movie. Try you may be a lucky one and get and do what you're doing and not get caught for it, and no one ever knows, and it's a little secret fun time that you and your girlfriends always remember. Yeah, but a lot of the time it don't work out like how it does in the movies, you know. And watching a movie and how it all plays out in a movie is very different compared to when it happens to your ass in real life.
Oh, yes.
The fallout and the damage and the loss that often comes from those, well, if men can do it, I can do it, attitudes. Hey, if that's the attitude you want to have, go true. Your prerogative. But don't be crying when it's like the chickens come home to roost. If that's what ends up happening. Unfortunately.
It is.
That's what I got to say.
I think when you're in a relationship, and I would not have a problem with a woman going on a girl's trip, but I think the thing is, as men, even if men are going on a trip for the guys, you know your friends. And you know which one of your friends, if they go on a trip like that, got ulterior motives. And if you got friends like that, then you maybe shouldn't go on the trip. Stay home. You know what I'm saying? Don't let other people influence you, or you feel like you need to follow the crowd to go on some type of trip and end up coming home and losing your relationship. They're still married. They still have the person that they love. And you walking around here with the sad face because you done messed up. Like I said, you come back pregnant, STD, whatever. So, yeah, I mean, I think men and women do it. I don't think it's just a women thing. I think it's...
And it's not just a men thing, it's a human thing.
Yeah. So, it's an individual choice.
Yeah. And I'll say, actually, to tack on to what you said, sorry, completely forgot that aspect. I only looked at it from the one perspective, and you made a good point, Reggie. If you're in a relationship... Now, I say this from perspective... my own mistakes, and we no one is perfect, and you know we've all hurt each other in one way or the other. But your partner trusts you to go on a trip that's just meant to be good, clean fun. You're out with your boys, go be silly, have a drink at a bar, dance in the club. We all know that's what's going to happen, okay? But anything beyond that point, that's when you're now crossing boundary lines. Yeah. So if you feel inclined that you need to have those freak out moments when you're in a relationship, then honey, you're not in a happy relationship, and you need to sit down and look at that. You shouldn't really need that desire. You shouldn't really be having that desire that you need to do that. And if you do have that desire, something's wrong, and you need to look at where it's rooted in. And that goes for men and women. There's nothing wrong with going on your little beach holidays, your Vegas holidays, getting drunk, dancing in the club, you know, on your jet skis, having fun. But when you're now sleeping with someone else, and that's what you went for specifically, Charlie, you need to look at that.
Yes.
Something's wrong. That's not what you're meant to be going for. Yeah, my partner went to Miami years ago, and I trusted him. I didn't think too much about it. He was fairly open when he come back. I didn't want to know the details in the sense of that's your boys' trip. Enjoy yourself, yeah. Whatever you want to share with me, and I hope you were safe and you were smart and you know you didn't abuse my trust. But he was honest. They got drunk every day. They went to the club. They were dancing, and that was what I expected. A bunch of grown men go to Miami. What the hell else did I expect? If they did anything above and beyond that, I'm unaware, and I would like to stay unaware, and I would like to believe and trust in the fact that my partner was respectful of myself and himself. But boy, if you're going purposely for that, you need to look at yourself. That's what I would say. And whether you're happy in your relationship.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
So thank you, Mr. Merrill, or Ms. Merrill. Mr. Merrill?
Miss Merrill, y'all out here bringing the controversy today. Lord God.
I see. So next we have Big Tim. What's up, Big Tim?
Big Tim?
Big Tim.
Oh, Big Tim?
And he come off, he's shooting shots already. I want a real answer, so don't play.
Well, excuse you, Big Tim. What you think we out here doing? Doing the hokey cokey around the answers?
Yeah, I know. I have been single for a while, and I'm starting to feel like a damn fool dancing for change. Tell me why this woman told me that she was just testing me. Okay, let me back up. Women will say stuff like, tell me about yourself. So I started telling her about my day, what I do for a living. I was telling her about my family. She said I was not answering the question. So I said, I'm telling you about me. And she said, that's not what I wanted to know. I wanted to know about your likes, food, and stuff about your family. This is not the first time a woman has said this, said, I am testing you. What does it mean when a woman says she's testing you? And why do women do this?
Well, for starters, it's not just women who do it. It's men do it as well. My partner actually used to do it to me at the beginning, actually, to be honest. So let's just cut that bullshit. I get it, Big Tim, you're in your feelings because you don't like people saying that to you. But let's be real. Let's clarify something. Dating really is just another word for test trial. Exactly. That's what it is. You are both out here test trialing each other and to seeing if you're compatible on a more than just friendship basis. Yeah? So first of all, you need to kind of get out your feelings and your ego. Just because someone has come out and told you point blank to your face you're being tested, don't be under any illusion that you ain't testing them as well. Everything that they say and do, you are looking at, you're observing, you're weighing, you're judging whether this is something you could continue more of. Just because someone's come out and told you to your face, your ego and your feelings are getting hurt. My friend, you're in the wrong game. Because that's what dating is. It's just another pretty word for test trialing. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes some people are a little bit more cutthroat about it, and they're to the point. And if that's not like the style that you like, then that person ain't for you. Some people are a little bit more subtle about how they're testing you and gauging you and seeing what you're about. But be under no illusion. That's all dating is. I like the way they did that. Oh, that's really sweet that they say they do that for their mum. Or, oh, yeah, I really like that job. And, oh, I love how in this instant he was really there for me. Like, men do the same thing. Don't get it twisted. Like, my partner used to tell me at the beginning, the one thing he liked about me was the fact that I was so in-your-face honest. But he was looking out for that. He was checking, am I going to be like the other girls he's dated? Am I going to be coy? Turns out I wasn't. Tick mark in my box, on to the next test and trial. Do you know what I mean? So I think you just kind of need to understand that's all dating is. And not everyone is going to like you. And sometimes you might pass a few tests before suddenly you come to the 5th test and the person's like, next. It happens. Dating is quite cutthroat, if I'm honest with you. If you really look at it in like ones and zeros, it kind of is, if I'm honest. And it's even more cutthroat nowadays because people seem to have less patience because we're in an Insta society. So people want to know you straight out the freaking gate. So I think...
Yes.
That's all I would say is that people, this society now have less patience of getting to know you, getting to know all about you. Yeah, people don't want to give that time anymore, Reggie. They're like, I want to know it all now in this 10-minute text conversation. And you better keep me entertained in the first 10 minutes. Otherwise, you out, strike out. It's like, Rob, we're not even going to go on a couple of dates. Little trial runs. No, we're just straight out the gate. Someone has to impress you in 10 minutes in a text message conversation. God damn. So I feel you. It's a lot of pressure, Tim. I feel you. It's a lot of pressure to be out here trying to impress somebody in a 10-minute text conversation. But that is the nature of the dating game right now. There you go. Was that real enough for you?
Now that was real.
Reggie?
Yeah, and Tim, just keep in mind that anytime people are dating, everybody has an expectation.
Yeah, man.
And the testing is sort of a way also to kind of get people to kind of see if they meet those expectations. Like most people already, before they go out on a date, they even get in the car to drive, they've already fully had a full vision of what you're going to say when you meet them, how you're going to walk, how you're going to dress, how you're going to hold the door, what you're going to do at the table. So all of that is just a part of the whole process. It's, yeah, like Andy said, it's frustrating. It's, dating today sucks. You know, in short.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It is, Tim. So I feel you. It's not nice when people are out here being dismissive and cutthroat within 10 minutes after a text message conversation, which really isn't enough space and time to let someone really show you who they really are. I believe personally myself, maybe I'm old school like that, and maybe this newer generation and this new style of dating, people are a lot more clear about what they want and they're not putting up with wasting time. Maybe that's how they see it. I don't know. But I do know that this is the nature of what it means to get to know people, especially in this Insta society. And my only advice is you've got to find a way to not take it so personal, my friend. You are not made to fit everybody. Neither would you want to fit everybody. You know, you just see it as, okay, lesson learned. That interaction wasn't for me. I'm not for her. We keep it moving. And I say that bearing in mind that that's easier said than done, because sometimes it can be taxing and very wearing on the soul if you're getting the same sort of responses. And also, by the way, if that's just a little piece of advice, my friend, if you are getting the same responses, you may want to look at the type of women you are entertaining and keep attracting. If the responses are coming the same, it means maybe you're looking at the same women and maybe you need to switch up who you're talking to.
Good point.
So I would say listen, everything starts and ends with yourself, my friend. Check your vibration and change something about what you're looking for and what you're doing and how you're the sort of women you're approaching, and I guarantee you the responses will start to change. But if you keep going for the same, you get the same results, which by the way is the definition of madness. Just want to let you know that.
Thank you for your question, Big Tim. Change your dating profile location.
Or tactics or who you're going after, man, and see if that helps a little.
Yeah, definitely. Next up is Charlotte. Okay, This question may be more for Angela. What? People, I'm starting to get in my feelings. Okay.
Did we just talk about getting in our feelings?
Charlotte says, I'm just playing, Charlotte. Okay, this question may be more for
He ain't,
Angelique.
but it's okay, Charlotte.
Who are the most popular R&B neo soul singers in London from America and the singers there? Wait a minute, what? Hold on. I'm trying to read her question right. Who are the most popular R&B neo soul singers in London from America? Oh, I see what she's saying. And
Like, who do we like that's American and who do we like that's English, basically?
yes, and it's a 2-part question. You want to do that one first, or you want to just hear both?
Yeah, let me answer that one first, because otherwise I'll So the first one I would say, because that's my whole category, and it's funny because neo soul now is called alternative R&B. Um, it's been evolved now. It's no longer called neo soul, it's alternative R&B, whatever. With my old ass, I'm like, it's neo soul, motherfuckers. And I say that because we went to a neo soul / AKA alternative R&B concert yesterday, and I would say Mac Ayres, her. Let me see, Victoria Monet, Snow Allegra. No, she's English. Who else? Cesar. Who else is popular? I have to look through my blimmin' Spotify now. It's weird how you know the artists off the top of your heads, but as soon as it's time to name them, Khalid is a good one, Ravine Lene, Alex Isley. Oh, love me some Alex Isley. So those American. In terms of English, I feel bad because I listen to a lot of neo soul artists that are American. We have our main one is Snow Allegra in the UK and Nao, Nao, both are female artists. Lucky Day is a great American one. How can I forget me some Lucky Day? Lucky Day, he's American though. I feel really bad. I don't know many English ones. I know loads of American ones though. There probably is a bigger UK. James Smith is a good English one. But anyway, yeah, we could go on forever. Those are the top that I can think of. Sinead Hartnett is English. Sorry. Go, Reggie. Go to the next question. Otherwise we'll be here all day. Sorry. What's the next part of the question?
Well, Charlotte, I happen to know some English British singers in the alternative neo soul market, but since you didn't ask me, I'll keep it to myself.
Hit me with some, because maybe then I don't know them.
No, Charlotte didn't want to know, so she don't need to know. No, she didn't want to know.
You got him in his feelings, Charlotte.
Maybe more for Angelique.
You see what you did now, Charlotte. I can't even say shit.
And the second part of her question was, what would you say British people think about Americans when they hear all the craziness here?
Oh, I can't lie to you, Charlotte. We definitely think you're crazy. We definitely think you lot are a bit cuckoo bananas, but we don't say that from a place of judgment because we're definitely off our rocker over here too. I think the thing that always concerns British people most is your whole gun issue. We don't understand it at all. We are completely confused as to why civilians have guns, why your policemen have guns, why anybody who's not in the armed army service has guns. That's the main thing that always baffles us, and we're always baffled by your portion sizes as well. Like, why do the portion sizes need to be so big? It's the main two things you'll always hear, like the average British person. They always go, fucking Americans, bloody them and their guns. They like their guns, innit? Got issues with guns. And, God, blood, they like to eat, innit? They like their portions big, because in Europe, I'll be honest, we don't eat big portions the way you guys do. You guys eat good old hearty portions, which isn't necessarily a bad thing if you want to go and have a good pig out session. But the main thing is our complete, utter bafflement about the guns. We don't understand why civilians are allowed to have guns, because the rest of Europe just doesn't. In fact, the rest of the world just doesn't. And it's concerning. I talk a lot with Reggie about it because Reggie, unfortunately, is constantly updating me about mass shootings and killings, right?
Every once in a while. They only happen like 4 or 5 times a weekend.
Only, yeah. He's constantly like, oh yeah, 10 people died in the shopping mall, 10 people died in a church, 15 people died in a school. It's like, what the fuck? Like, it's so tragic to hear. It's tragic because really I don't understand. We can't relate to it because we've never really had that issue. England is not perfect by any means, and please don't think we're over here like the crew of Downton Abbey sipping fucking cups of tea. We're a bunch of rowdy hooligans who like to drink over here. We've got a big alcohol problem over here. But, yeah, we're not perfect by any means, but we really can't relate to the gun issue, and it's scary to witness, and it's off-putting as well, which is a shame because I think America's a great country and has a lot to offer. But that's what I would say.
Yeah, me too. Being that we're both from London.
But me and Reggie talk about it a lot. I'm constantly cussing you guys, going, "What the fuck is up with you guys and your guns?" Like, do you know how baffling it is to us that you can go to your local grocery store, pick up some eggs, bacon, and an AK-47 with matching bullets? What? What? Go pick up some fucking baby clothes and a new TV. Oh, and a Mac 10, please. What? I don't understand why. And y'all wonder why the violence is perpetuated. It's like, come on.
Yeah, it's sad. It really is sad.
It's sad.
I mean, Canada passed a gun law like that. They're still fighting in the American government about it. So it is sad. All right. And thank you, Charlotte. Very good questions. Very good questions. Thank you, everybody, for the questions. Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and listening to the show today. I hope you enjoyed listening to the questions that were sent in from our listeners and the answers and advice that we shared from Angelique and I. We are definitely going to try to get Melissa in on this. Y'all keep asking. We're going to see what we can do. But y'all stay tuned. We definitely have a part 2 with more of our responses to listener questions. Y'all be good.
It has been wonderful sharing this conversation with you here on the Simply Straight Talk podcast. If you have feedback on today's episode, DM us on Instagram at Reggie_BM11 or email speak@simplystraighttalk.com. We'd love to hear from you. Join us again next Friday for more solution-based conversation and tips for how to deal with the challenges of life. Thanks for listening.